Hello and welcome to the Change Gang podcast with me, your host, Laura Ordile. I'm here to help you hold on to your sanity and your soul as you move through big change. I'm here to guide you from frustration to flow in your life, bridging the practical and the woo, just for you. Let's go. Hey there, here we go into another week. Today and over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about astrology. And why the next couple of weeks? Because it takes a bit to dig into it. There are a lot of layers in astrology. But why astrology itself? Most of all, to help you understand and love yourself. That's exactly what it does. And also to help you better understand those around you so that you can have the best relationships possible and enjoy the work you do and live in your purpose. Astrology helps you see why you do the things you do and to learn the ways that will best help you to move through your world. Those ways are tailored to you through your astrological chart. You likely know your sun sign, right? That one that you use to check your horoscope. And that's great. But that's just the base layer. It's what all the rest is built on. It goes so much deeper than just that one layer. Astrology is like a multi-dimensional blueprint for you, for your life. It includes who you are at the soul level, in the physical, and in the mental realm, and more. It's a bit like destiny giving you a guidebook on how to best be you, all of you. So first things first, how to get your chart. I use a website called astro.com. It's free and super simple. You enter your name, your date, time, and place of birth, and boom, you get your chart. Now you can find, a lot of people go, I don't know what time I was born. Oftentimes it is on your birth certificate. Not like a foofy framed certificate, but the actual birth certificate itself. So if you have that, go have a look. You might be able to find out by someone like your mom or someone who was around, if you don't have that, what time of day approximately you were born. If you just don't know and you don't have any way to find out, you can use noon, and it will work. It won't give you the pinpoint accuracy that knowing the time of birth will, but it will work. So you go in and you can choose from a ton of charts that are in there. There's your natal chart with transits, progress chart. Those are the basic ones that I use and that I will be probably mentioning over the time that I talk about astrology. So these are just the ones that I like to check because they all provide the information that I use to talk about. It talks about the natal chart, gives you that snapshot of when you were born and where all the planets and energies were that come in and were infused into you. The transits are what's happening right now. And I use the progress chart to go into your progress moon, which I actually talked about in episode 7. And you can have a listen there if you like to hear about that. I'll talk more about it later though. Your chart will show you where all the planets sit in the signs and where everything is in the houses, and also what the elemental spread is for your chart. The houses are influences, expressions in your chart. I think I heard or read it described once that the planets are the actors in the play and the houses are how they express their energies. The houses and the signs have similar influences. So if you look at the sign of Gemini, me, then you'll know it's a lot about communication for Geminis. And in association with that is the third house. The third house also is about communication and things like that. So if you have a planet doing something in the third house, it's going to be expressed around communication. Does that make sense? I hope so. This week, we're going to speak about the elements in your chart. The elemental balance of your chart tells you a lot right off the bat. You can start to work with your life just based on this. And with the chart from Astro.com, if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little box there, and it's about 4 rows high. It is 4 rows high, and 3 across. And it has little signs in there, and those little signs in there are the planets. And so for now, we'll just deal with the 4 high part, okay, the rows, the 4 rows that go up and down. And next to that is going to be an F, A, E, W. These represent the elements: fire, air, earth, water. And we experience these every day in our life, right? We get up in the morning, go to the bathroom, get a drink of water. There's water, right? Twice even. Water's also about emotion, how we feel when we get up and head into our day with our family, our work, all of that. As we move into our day, we do what we need to do, right? We move, we take action. That's fire. Speaking to people, writing, doing those things, creating something, that's air. All right, creating something in our life with money, food, our home, that's earth. Okay, these elements are meant to be balanced in our days to get the most out of each one, and we come by some of them more naturally than others. This little square shows us how much of each element we have. So first, you have to cross off a couple of ones that we don't count. All right, and that would be the MC, the AC, and then what's called, it's called the true or north node, and it looks like a little pair of headphones, and then the little symbol that looks like a key. So you cross those off, and then you go across and you count how many are in each row. So you might have 3 in fire, 3 in air, 1 in earth, 3 in water. The number that you come up with should total up to 10. This is how much of each element influences you naturally. Now, there may be a box that has no elements in it, right? No planets there, and that's okay. This could just be because maybe you've already aced that particular element coming into this life. You didn't really need any help or any influences on that, right? Or it could be that it's something that you're going to work on pretty much throughout your life. I've found that if someone is really, if has this placement, and if they're really working on their path, it shows up kind of that maybe they're struggling with that element in the younger years, but that as they grow and learn, it's something that they really do master pretty well. So sometimes you might still have a little hint of needing to push it in your life somehow, somewhere, but for the most part, it works fairly well. If you have a big number of planets in one element, then you probably find yourself really able to function there. Say you have 3 or 4 planets in air. Yeah, great. You likely like to talk, to communicate, to write, or hey, maybe podcast. Say you only have 1 planet in water. So feelings might be a little bit of a tough one for you to move in, to express, to feel. Of course, this is all influenced by the particular planets in those elements. So if you have one that might be in a position that is a really big influence in water, it might not be as difficult. There's all these little tiny nuances to it that add to the flavor. But these are the basics. I'm going to give you some of the basics, okay? So keep that in mind as we go. So once you know the spread of elements, you know where you can put some time and energy into so that you bring things into balance on a daily basis. Of course, there are going to be other influences on how easy or how difficult this is going to be, depending on other things, like I said, like the progressed moon. But for now, we're just going to go with this. All right? Again, hang back, go back, check on that episode 7 if you want to know more about your progressed moon. And also, quick note here, I will put in the show notes a guide to navigating your progressed moon, which talks all about your natal moon and the progressed moon. So you can have that too. All right. You just go in, click in those show notes, and I'll put a link in there for you. Now, back to the elements. Just how do you balance them? To put it simply, you bring something from the element into your life. If you know you don't have many planets in fire and you find yourself having a hard time, maybe let's say in the physical stuff for yourself, like exercising or being tired all the time, you do something in the physical, something easy, like a few minutes of walking or stretching. Another side of fire is passion and being in that warrior energy, that energy of self. And if you're not feeling it, or maybe you're feeling it a bit too much, either way, if you speak out about something you feel strongly about in a bold but respectful way, it's going to allow that feeling to balance out. So if you're kind of over feeling it or not feeling it so much, by bringing it in, you're balancing it, right? You got to bring in the other ones to kind of balance things out too, but be the life of the party here. Take action on something you really want to change in your life or help someone else. Fire's being fully in yourself, laughing, being seen, digging into your own philosophy and taking action. So do that. Create a belief system that fits you and then speak about it on stage. Wow, that's fully embracing the fire. All right. If you need to bring in earth, this is kind of a fun one, but stash some money in your cookie jar or under a mattress or wherever you stash money, because earth is all about manifesting, and it feels good to have those things around you to balance out earth. It's the foundational stuff. It's also kind of the luxury. So it's the money, it's being grounded, it's having the nice things around you, feeling good about those things that are around you, and also setting goals, making a list, doing the things in that organizing way that you want to do it. It really does kind of bring in that. So it could be go out and another way, buy some pillows or the amazing chocolate that you want. That's a great way to balance out the element of earth in your life. And one of the best ways is actually getting out and physically connecting with the earth. Hug a tree, walk in the grass, repot the plant. That charges you up in an actual physical way and at that energetic level as well. Our earth is all about systems, right? Life, the ecosystem, the foundations of our civilization. So create your own system. Maybe for filing, for your home, or for something around your money. And take your time, because taking it slow and steady will definitely engage that earth energy. Is water where you need to balance some things out? This one is all about the emotional realm. It's our feelings. So do the things that let you express your feelings. It might be music, or if you just feel them. Music allows you to feel the feelings, right? Watch a funny or a sad movie. You get to laugh, you get to cry, you get to be all the emotions there. Water is also the magical, the mystical. So explore the supernatural when you want to bring water in. Also, actually put yourself in water. Get some part of your body in water. A bath or a shower if that's what's available to you, or put your feet in the ocean or a creek or a lake. Swim when you can. Water conducts energy, right? It does the same thing in you. It conducts that emotional energy and helps it clear and flow through in the right ways. And that's what all of this is about, is opening and allowing that flow to move in a good way. Now, air. This one is all around people and communication. It's harmony, connection, change. Great ways to balance out the element of air is to communicate in some way. That might mean out loud, or it might mean in writing. Maybe a blog, a book, a journal. This is all about being up in your mind. Ideas abound. So write out some of those ideas. You don't have to put them into motion yet. That's bringing in the fire, and eventually you'll get there. But for now, just get them from your mind to the physical world somehow. Sometimes talking with others, friends, loved ones, or even just acquaintances about them. Of course, podcasting counts. Air is all about the details, so people watch if you can, or spend some time in your community. Explore the science side of everything and the mystical side, okay? The weird and the wild will definitely keep the air energy moving. There's always an element in our life that we need to spend a little time on because we're being influenced by the energies of other parts of our charts. So you may really feel right now that you need to bring a bit of fire to balance out all the ideas, all the air. Or you may need to connect more with your surrounding, feel a little more grounded, and bring in some earth. Each day we're working to balance in some small way, all right? It's like the tires of our cars. We need each tire to be at the same level to bop down the road and have a smooth ride, right? If you have one tire that's all pumped up and bigger than the others, you're going to be off kilter. Or if you have one tire that's flat and you're not going to get anywhere. And that's what it's like with the elements in our life. It's our connection to everything. And to bring balance to them allows us a much smoother ride on a day-to-day basis. So there's that, my friend. And of course, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can find me on any of the social medias. They're in the show notes. You can email me at laura@lauraordile.com. That's LauraOrdile. So you can find me there. And as I said, I have that fun new freebie that will help you move into the emotional realm of things, all of that moon energy, navigating the progressed moon and your natal moon. I have a freebie for that. The link is in the show notes. And if you are wondering where you are at right now on the emotional scale of things, I have a wonderful little quiz or checklist that I can send to you. Again, just email me at laura@lauraordile.com and I'll send that to you with an explanation of how to do it. All right, so there you go. Have a great one, and I will see or hear or speak to you next week. There we go. I hope today's episode was interesting to you in some way and fun. If so, hey, find someone to share it with. Maybe they need to hear it too, or maybe they'll just enjoy it. If you'd like, go ahead and grab my tips on supercharging your success. It includes a free short meditation to do just that. You can find that at bit.ly/supercharge your success. Until next time, happy day.